Assalamu alaikum, greetings of peace. I'm Farina Siddiqui, your host for Community Rockers. MCMN presents Community Rockers program to highlight the valuable contributions Muslim professionals are doing in the community. And right here, right now, we have another community rocker with us. A person who does not require lengthy introduction, Brother Feras Marish, who is a youth counselor, a mentor, khateeb, and so much more. So let's hear from Brother Feras Marish how he can benefit with his wisdom shared with us and the rest of the community. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you so much, brother, for being on our show, and it's a pleasure to have you, and it's always a pleasure to meet you.
Jazakallah khair. Thank you for the invitation.
So brother Feras, if I can start with your contributions with the community, your qualifications or experience that you would like to share with the audience.
Absolutely. Allah yazikum al khair. Graduated from Ryerson University 2003, and since my graduation I started getting involved with the youth. During university time, actually, I was also working with younger students. I was older than my peers when I started university, 4 years older than my peers. So I was more focused on my studies and tried to work more with my fellow students that are having problems with their education. And subhanAllah, it all grew there. So when I graduated, I got more involved in the community and community work. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, we have so many youth problems, as we all know. Some of them we know, a lot of them we don't even know about. So there's a lot of work needed in that field. Mm-hmm. So thus my focus was on the working with youth. Started in academic world, in education, in tutoring, and then we went beyond education because I realized the academic performance was directly tied to the youth situation at home and at school, involved in development, behavior development, because I'm also in sales, so it's something that I'm really involved in. Self-development as well. So in 2007 I started giving lectures at Tariq Mosque and in different schools, working with the youth. I created my Yaqeen program in 2006, 2007, and I used to deliver that program mainly at Riyadh al-Salihin. And we had hundreds of students. I worked with, as young as 7 years old to a first year university. So I had a good opportunity to discuss and study and research the challenges of our youth. 2006 I actually wrote a research paper called The Message of Prosperity for the Muslim Community in Canada. I shared it with some friends and some scholars, and based on it I started developing my Yaqeen program that got me really involved with the youth, and then got into lectures, tarbiyah lectures and development lectures with parents. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, I've been delivering those lectures for the past I would say 10 years or more. And in 2009 I was also blessed with a group of brothers, Brother Yasser Baz and Brother Ihab Sulaiman. We got together and we founded the Dar Foundation.
Beautiful.
And Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, it was at the same time where we founded, myself and a friend of mine, Brother Uthman Haji, we founded Rising Star Academy. So it was direct work with the youth and some institutions that we were able to found. Alhamdulillah. I mean, Dar Foundation is still around, delivering a lot of great services in Oakville, in our new location. But that got me really entrenched and involved with the youth challenges and community work. And as you know, Sister Farina, we've been working with each other for a while now on the political side of the community development.
Yes.
So alhamdulillah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from all of us.
Ameen.
Community development, youth development, trying to work on the political side of it, trying to do our best to help our community grow, become strong and influential and effective. And that's what I guess we're all looking for
Exactly.
those youth to
Exactly.
take over and become
Exactly.
effective in this beautiful Canadian society.
And I think, mashallah, with all your work experience, you are a perfect example of Muslim professionals coming outside of their boxes and giving back to the community as mentor and community activist, mashallah.
Alhamdulillah.
So we'll get back to you, inshallah. We're taking a break and we will welcome Brother Feras back after the break. Welcome back. We're talking to Brother Feras Marish, who has excellent work experience and leadership provided to the community. So, Brother Feras, talk to me about the Muslim CEO program that you recently started. We saw some fabulous videos and talks coming from you. What is Muslim CEO?
Jazakallah khair. This is my latest project, Muslim CEO.
Out of so many.
Alhamdulillah. I mean, I've been working in the corporate world for the past almost 13, 14 years now, different capacities. My last job was a regional manager for a global company. I was responsible for a project throughout the US and Canada. And I've been really, really involved in the corporate world at a managerial level and different companies. In my experience in the corporate world, I did not see many Muslims. Now, corporates in our day and time represent the true strength when it comes to financial and political power. We all know this.
Yeah.
So when we're looking for leaders, I believe that we need more Muslims involved in the corporate world so that they can get trained as powerful leaders. You know, you got global exposure, you got, you know, certain systems that we need to know, because we look at our community and we realize that we lack organization. I mean, just to be blunt, we lack organization. MashaAllah, we have great talents, we have great intentions, we have great resources. We're not able to put it together yet to say this is the Muslim community. It's capable of doing so much.
So what is the reason for that? Why do you think we are disorganized, and even with having all the resources, all the important?
Because I truly believe that we're for a long time we've been focused on good intentions as opposed to the qualifications. We have so many qualified people, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, and we're getting more and more now. But the community started with good intentions. We want to help, we want to build, we want to work for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Although Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to be qualified first. The niyyah, the intention is good, but it's not enough, because you could get in with a good intention and you could really cause serious damage. So, my perspective, what I believe is, if we have more corporate people coming out, trying to organize the community, I believe inshallah we will get somewhere. I've seen the training of the corporate, I've lived it myself, I went through it myself, and I really want this for our kids.
Okay.
Although the corporate world on the other side, I'm sick and tired of it, because it's complete enslavement, it's really tough work, but I believe it will be a good phase in one's life to prepare them for something big.
Okay.
So when I thought about it, Muslim CEO, I gathered the values needed for Muslims to be able to excel. Now we believe those that work in the corporate world, we go seek values from the corporate world. There's so many courses out there that give you competencies and values that you need, but we have it all in our deen. We really don't need to look outside. All what we need is, we need to understand it from the modern perspective, live it and apply it. So when I looked at it, Muslim CEO is based on about 20 values and competencies that I put together.
Okay.
I lived them myself in the corporate world and said, Muslim youth, it's in your deen, you can do it. So what happened is I saw a lot of Muslim youth, they shy away from entering the corporate world for so many reasons. Thinking, I might not be fit for this. Thinking, there's a lot of haram in the way they work. Thinking, it's a huge challenge, I want to work with Muslims only. And I'm completely against this. I'm completely with the person making sure that everything we get involved in is halal, absolutely. But we don't want to always draw a black picture and not give ourselves a chance to engage. We need to engage in a society. We need to go out there and be proud of ourselves. The people that I've seen in the corporate world are the ones that decided to leave Islam behind and say, I'm fit for the corporate world, but I'm not really a Muslim. No. As a Muslim, with your values, I assure you, you are wanted in the corporate world. People will pay money for your values because I know what's missing in the corporate world is those values. So in the Muslim CEO program, we highlight those values. We talk about how to build them and how to live them. But better yet, I meet with Muslim professionals that are at the level of CEO or on the way of making it. Like our first episode with Dr. Muhammad Al-Hashmi, the president of Ryerson University, a real pride of our community, mashallah, living his deen. So the ability to grow, become a CEO while holding on to your deen is what we need to show.
But I think there are other barriers. I know you're describing the issues of our community not understanding or not at that level. But I think there is a barrier between the letters going up as well. There is discrimination, quote unquote, and there is also barriers who don't let our Muslim professionals going up the ladder up to that very higher management level. So how do you?
I will not deny this. I lived it, I've seen it. You're 100% right about it. But what I want to say here is, what makes us grow? What makes us grow is having something different, right? So it could be a requirement that you have to be a white Caucasian to make it to this level.
It's not written. It's not written.
Absolutely not.
It's unsaid.
But it's the environment, right? It's the people that will. And I've seen this 10, 15 years ago. But I tell you right now, corporates now are realizing that eventually what do they want? They want profits. They want profits. That's all what they care about at this stage. I don't care if you're black, white, red, whatever you are, bring me profit. What is the best channel for profit? Now they're realizing its values and competencies. Because I've seen it in big corporates. A lot of wastage. A lot of wastage. Wasting time, wasting resources.
Right.
Now they're more into the human values because I need people that are self-motivated, self-driven. And let's be now. Who's better than a Muslim with being self-motivated and self-driven and self-monitored by my own values? I will not steal. I will not waste time. I will not. All these values will increase the efficiency of a corporate and eventually help them make more money. So if I, as a Muslim, yes, they might have a wrong idea or perspective about me, but if I come and show them my competencies, I show them the benefit for them. So we always hear that when you write a resume, don't talk about yourself, talk about what you can do for the company, right? Exactly. And now I'm telling you, live it. Let's just talk about it. Right. So if you are in your workplace, you're showing them that I'm benefiting the company, I'm able to increase sales, I'm able to manage my department, I'm able to be, even if I'm not a manager, I'm able to contribute to the success and the growth of the company. Trust me, you will be the choice of that corporate.
So for our audience, please let us know who is exactly the target audience for Muslim CEO webinars or video talks. What age group?
Initially, I had in mind high school and university, the ones that are getting prepared to get into the work life. But after people watching it, I heard that a lot of people in the corporate world that are still not understanding or not able to deal with it 100%, they're also benefiting from it. So alhamdulillah, whether you're in high school, university, or you are already in the corporate world and want to grow, inshallah it will help you grow even further.
Inshallah. So we have the Muslim CEO link on our screen and we'll be back after a short break. Thank you. Welcome back. We're talking to Brother Feras Marish from Dar Foundation Muslim CEO program, and let's talk about Brother Feraz's personal family life. You're a dad, mashallah. How many kids do you have?
3. Maryam, Jihad, and Muhammad.
Mashallah. And how do you create the balance and actually find the balance between family life with young kids and this much amount of work that you deliver to the community?
I guess my wife should answer this question. She will tell you there's absolutely no balance. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. It's definitely a challenge when you want to serve and you got your own to serve as well. I don't think it's easy to find a balance. I will not claim that I have a balance in my life. Alhamdulillah, I mean, my wife, you know, I give her the salam and the gratitude from here. She's been very patient in putting up with my life. It's been crazy. And I will not claim that we have the rosiest life.
It never is.
It never is. You know, alhamdulillah. But I like to say something. There's no such a thing as 100% rosy, peaceful life. If you're living that life, there's a problem with your life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala قال فَلَا يُخْرِجَنَّكُمَا مِنَ الْجَنَّةِ فَتَشْقَى. If you're driven out of your sacred place, it was addressing Adam and Eve alayhim as-salam, Shaitan will come to you and he will cause you to depart from that unique place that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala placed them in, which is al-Jannah at that time. If you depart from that Jannah, you will live a life of misery. So our presence on earth is not for that rosy, peaceful, worry-free, problem-free life. No. It's a place where we struggle, a life of struggle. It doesn't mean that we'll not have comfort, but struggle means continuous work to improve our condition and the condition of our community and condition of humanity. So if we are struggling or working all the time to improve something, it cannot be done in a very slow pace, peaceful, worry-free, restful. We're not created for this. So it is a price that we're paying. I'm paying, everybody that's working in the field is paying, whether you're developing yourself, your family, your community. If it's not mixed with struggle, then it's not done right. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, the key point here is when your family understands what you're doing and they're partnering up with you. And mashallah, see how your family is involved in everything you do. Exact same thing, I try to get her involved, Jazakallah khair, and she's helping out a lot and she's there. Part of the struggle.
Yes.
Do we strike a perfect balance? I don't think we do.
MashaAllah, this is a beautiful wisdom that you shared, and I think we all have to follow the same kind of understanding when it comes to the family level, because husband and wife are a team.
Absolutely.
They cannot work, they cannot live even together, like, you know, if they don't consider each other a team.
Absolutely.
And alhamdulillah, when you are a team, your kids follow. So with all your wonderful work for the community, brother, I see a lot of Muslim professionals like you who do their jobs or their businesses, but they have this struggle understanding that it's very important to actually come out of that 9 to 5 or kind of job. They're wonderful professionals, lots of skills and expertise, but they're hesitant to give back to the community in different ways. So if you would like, for our audience, would you like to record a message to people why it is important for Muslim professionals like yourself working at higher level to get involved at the grassroots level to actually talk about and identify issues and provide solutions? So any message for our audience? Inshallah.
Although I'm encouraging our youth to get into the corporate world, but I truly believe that employment is the enslavement of our century, of our time. I want people to go to the corporate world so they can learn the techniques the hard way, but eventually we want to be entrepreneurs. We want to take control of our lives. We don't want to be controlled 9 to 5 forever. It's a phase that I believe we all have to go through to learn, but then come out and become stronger, become entrepreneurs and give back. For those that are still locked in the 9 to 5 life, I believe if they do something outside of that, giving back to the community at any capacity, they will start feeling subhanallah, the feeling of giving. There's this beautiful taste that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put in one's heart when you give. So if they deprive themselves from that satisfaction and feeling of giving, their 9 to 5 jobs will not, they think they feel secured being there. They become a prison to their emotions, a prison to their feelings, a prison to their brains, and eventually they will get tired of it. But going outside of that and starting getting involved in a community, involved in projects, giving back to your community. This is the balance that we need between being unfortunately enslaved and being a free person giving others. So by going out there and giving and providing, you will have that sense of freedom that will charge you and help you do more and give more and grow more.
Thank you so much for sharing these beautiful words, and it's a real motivation for people like many of us. So Jazakallah khair for being on our show. Jazakallah khair for all your work for the community, and thank you so much.
Jazakallah khair for this great program. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant you success.
Ameen, ameen, Jazakallah khair. So motivation, brothers and sisters, we need to work hard for the community. Giving back is equally important than taking in. And we as community professionals should give back with our expertise, with our skills, and all the experience that we have under our belts. It's not enough to actually earn the living for you with your experience, with your expertise. It's very important and actually equally important to give back to the community, whether you're working as a community activist or you're working as a community volunteer or you're working in any capacity. Give back to the community, because this is exactly what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks us to deliver without any gains as well. I'm Farina Siddiqui, your host for Community Rockers program. See you at our next show. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.